Alright guys, so we're going to another F1 2016 race review, this time for the British Grand Prix circuit. As you can see in the background, a bit of gameplay for you guys to be entertained by, and this time for Britain, with Mercedes dominance pretty much this weekend. Lewis Hamilton top qualifying with a stonking lap of 129.2 in Q2 and Q3, and that's good enough for pole position. And obviously in the first lap in Q3, time was actually taken away from him because he went across the white lines old turn 1. So, but then he was able to bonk in a last minute lap, the 129.2, qualifying in front of Rosberg for the start of the race. And that was actually the lap record. The 129.2 in Q2 was actually the lap time, which was the world record around that track. We had Rosberg P2, obviously Verstappen P3, good job for Red Bull there, and P4 for Ricardo. P5, Kimi Raikkonen, P6 Vettel, Ferrari, bit of a mad day. Vettel started in P11 as a result of the gearbox issue. Bottas was 7th, ahead of Hulkenberg, Sainz, Alonso, Perez, Massa, Grosjean, Gutierrez, Kvyat, Magnussen, Button, who got knocked down in Q3. And then we had, Q3? No, yeah, Q1. And then we had Button, Palmer, Haryanto, Verline, Nasser, and Ericsson. So that was a good order. Ericsson crashed out in FP3, a massive crash, and he had to go to hospital as well in after FP3. And he was able to start the race, but he retired after the race with an engine issue, I think. But the race was wet, changeable conditions, everything you want for a race, and the British Grand Prix, in my opinion, was a very good race. The start of the race wasn't good. I think the safety car was out for too long, and a lot of people would agree with that as well. It was out for like 5 laps, I think it was. In my opinion, it should have been out for 2-3 laps, and then it should have came in and let the drivers race. But we were sort of we lost like a fight for P1 really, and Hamilton was able to storm away from Rosberg. Verstappen was very much on the tail of Rosberg throughout the race, pretty much. And then at one point Rosberg made a mistake, and then Verstappen was able to get past him. So Verstappen was up to 2nd place during the wet period when all the conditions started to dry out. And then eventually Rosberg, with his Mercedes power unit, was able to get past Verstappen pretty easily. And that meant that he got P2 in the end of the race. And then Ricardo was P4. There was quite, I think, a lot of strategy because of the safety car, but a lot of strategy was in the air, and some drivers benefited from the safety car than others, and that all mixed. Raikkonen was able to get P5, Perez P6, good result from him actually, good strategy call there from Force India. Hulkenberg P7, Sainz P8, and then we had Vettel in P9. Bad day for Ferrari and Vettel. Vettel had so many spins in that race. Kvyat got a point for Toro Rosso as well. And we had Massa, Button, Alonso, Bottas, Nasser, Gutierrez, and then we had Magnussen, Palmer, Haryanto, Grosjean, Ericsson, and Verline, who all finished, behind apart from the race. So that's pretty much what happened in the race. The race was pretty good actually, lots of action. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, some people didn't like it too much because of the safety car, felt it ruined the race, but I actually quite liked it. It was quite mixed up, very unpredictable as a race with the weather and all that stuff. And I'd probably give the race probably about 6 or 7 out of 10, probably a 6.5 out of 10. I think that would be good for a good score. So yeah, the race was pretty good. Lots of action. Hamilton controlled it from start to finish. Really, he wasn't under threat. I think we didn't actually have a race for P2 really, P1 really. Verstappen did well, but at the end of the race, there was actually a gearbox problem with Rosberg's car, and the team told him what to do with the steering wheel, and apparently it breached the regulations of what the drivers could be told, as it was sort of like driver coaching. So he was penalised, 10-second penalty, and it meant that Verstappen came 2nd place in the race. So good points to him, and yeah, just a really good race at the end of the day. So guys, that's been my race review of this British Grand Prix. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe for more recent content on this channel, and I'll see you for another race review at some stage. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.
Mercedes won today's race, and what a result for the team. Niki Lauda rightly called it as one of the drives of the season.